What is going on, YouTube? Patrick here. This is more of the good story, you guys. Getting really close to my weekly sales goal. Last week I sold $648 worth of stuff. Tell you what, garage sales really do help with this. I thought I did pretty well during the winter with my sales and with things were going, but I forgot how many sales I was going to get once I got garage sales going because honestly, I've got a lot of more things coming in as well. Lots of high quality goods. It doesn't make me pick and choose. Like I'm buying things a lot of times at thrift stores because I need stuff to sell. And tag sales or garage sales in Connecticut. Garage sales give me the opportunity to buy lots of things for a cheap price a lot of times. So 24 items sold, $648, getting really close to my weekly goal of $700 a week. Obviously, I want to be higher than that, but that's my kind of like average goal. So I'm really happy with last week. Let's get into what sold, you guys. All right, we're going to start with some bad stuff. One of the things I've been trying to do to clear out some old inventory is have some auctions. My advice for auctions is Sunday night from 9 p.m. is that when I start them, 9 p.m. Eastern, and then they end the following Sunday after 7 days. So it's the following Sunday at 9 p.m. I don't know why that seems to work, but it seems to be a pretty good time to do it. But you also have to have good things to list, apparently. I have a few more going on right now that I'll talk about next week. They seem to be doing a little bit better. But what we're going to talk about today is nothing but bad. So first item up on the screen here, you can see that it's sold for $1. And you may also notice it doesn't have shipping. So I am negative on this. Negative $2.50 after shipping. And I was into it. Luckily, I was into it for $0. So I got this in a huge lot of stuff, and there was just so many things that at some point I just stopped recording what the costs were because it was ending up being like 10 cents each, something like that. And I just assigned the cost to the bigger items, made my profit back a long time ago. So I don't mind that I've lost some money here. Probably what I should have done though is not list it for free shipping. Which I did not know for auctions, because it could sell for my 99-cent starting point. I really didn't think it would. I thought the risk was low, but let's go to number 2 and you can see. So here's item number 2. This is a Cars toy from Disney Pixar Toys. Disney Pixar's Cars movie. I think this is Cars 2. And yeah, $1.33 free shipping. So negative $2.17 there. I'm kind of averaging how much I would have paid for about $3.50 for shipping on this. And apparently I bought this one at a Savers or at other thrift store because it cost me $4.38. So I'm really upside down on this, you guys. Okay, so again, trying to get rid of some stuff that was sitting for too long, usually about a year or more, and I get to where I'm like, why am I keeping this stuff up on the shelf? The next 2 weren't quite a year. I think I got them 4th of July-ish time frame last year. So this camera bag, number 3 here, also sold for $1. Luckily, I did put shipping on there, so I'm not negative on that. But I did pay $4 for this, so back to negative. And then item number 4, I definitely got this on 4th of July last year. I paid $2 for this, and I thought I could sell for about 10. It sold for the 99 cents after being for sale for not quite a year. And so yeah, also negative on this. So my auctions did terrible, you guys. Just did not work. I probably should have just taken these items down, taken the loss, and taken them to Goodwill, to Savers, whatever. I justified it that I was like, I want somebody to have this who wants it. I didn't want to just donate it. I should have just listened probably to Amber, honestly, and said, let's just take this to Goodwill. So sometimes you got to take a little bit of a loss for a learning, right? So that's good learnings there. All right, so getting out of the auctions and into what actually sold for my regular listings this week. Item number 5 here, Harvest Moon for the DS. I think it had a subtitle, but I can't remember what it was. I didn't write that down in my notes here. But it sold for $30. That's what I thought it would sell for. And I ended up buying this for $5 at that local comic shop that I'm supporting. So right, easy flip there, $5 into 30. Video games, everybody knows video games are great sellers. All right, item number 6. This one's actually pretty fun. I got this at Savers in a bundle of 4 of these things. and just put them all up individually as listings. This is the first one to sell, actually. So I paid $5 for all 4 of them. And so I would have been into this for $1.25, right? And sold for 10. So very easy, nice little flip there. Kind of a fun little item. I didn't know how much they were going to be when I bought them. So really enjoyed selling this one. All right, item number 7. 7 Diary of a Wimpy Kid books. These are the hardcovers. Y'all, you can probably get these things for 50 cents to $1 each, and they're selling for about $3 each, maybe even a little like 4 on a good day. Definitely buy these if you see them. Not necessarily from a thrift store, right? You're probably going to end up paying $2 to $4 for them at a thrift store. Garage sales, if you can get these things, 50 cents or 50 cents is good. 25 cents is better, right? Cheaper the better. I found most people are trying to charge me $1 a heart for it because it's a hardcover book, and they did cost, I think, like $10 to $15 originally. So people associate that original value still when they're trying to sell a lot of these books. Get them cheap. Get them cheap and bundle them. If you can get the full set, you'll do that $4 probably. All right, item number 8. I had bought this last weekend at a tag sale. Sonicare, brand new in box. It's a little older, right? Not a ton older. I didn't see any that were selling in this range. Most people were asking like $50, $60, and I'm like, okay, if there's none sold and some listed, probably that means that people are pricing it too high. So I went with $30. And sure enough, within just a few days, it sold for my asking price. Super easy to ship, right? It's brand new. I love selling brand new items just because they're so easy. There's no testing. You don't have to do much to this thing. If anything, new items, a lot of times I have to dust them because they've been sitting somewhere collecting dust, maybe even in a garage. So that's usually all I have to do with these things. And I think that's all I did with this. I gave it a quick wipe down, listed it. You can see even in the picture, there's even like a couple little stains on there. Still sold just fine, you guys. This kind of knew that this is one of those items that's in demand. A little bit more like intuition, right? Some people will say, well, how did you know if there's none sold? Just a little bit, just seller's intuition, right? Just been doing this for a long time. Sometimes you got to take a little bit of a risk. This one, I didn't think was a risk even at $10. I knew I'd be able to sell it for at least 20, and I thought maybe as much as 50. Since it was a little bit older, I figured 30 was good. So 10 into $30 is not bad. It's an easy flip. All right, item number 9, Minecraft for the Xbox 360. I think I ended up paying $2 for this at a garage sale, and sold for 20. Super easy, you guys. All right, number 9, number 10, number 10. Another video game. This one's Mario Party 2. I also got this at the local comic shop. I paid up for it. Right, I've been trying to support these guys. They're new and they're starting the shop up. They had a whole bunch of Nintendo 64 games in the shop. Oh my gosh, it took everything I had not to just buy everything and sell it because they're pricing it about 50% of what the actual eBay value is. It's tough though. I don't want them to think, oh, Patrick's a reseller, we don't really want him in here, or even to raise their prices. I want them to keep these prices fair, and I want them to keep putting out more stuff because I'm buying mostly used like PlayStation 4, that kind of stuff games, and I want them to keep putting out more of this older stuff. Hopefully I'll be able to continuously buy like a couple of games here and there, and giving other people a chance to get them at a good price as well. I have a feeling somebody will ruin it for us at some point and just say like, oh, that's a really good deal, I'm just going to buy them all. Probably they'll try and negotiate even a better rate because they want to buy everything, and then the store will start selling them at eBay prices. That's bound to happen at some point, which that's fine. But I want to try and stretch this out as long as possible. So I was into this for $30, and I knew that I could sell it for probably $70 free shipping, which is what I got. So it ended up being $30, and I'm making $35 in profit on it. So like easy, fun little flip there. All right, number 11. This is from that estate sale I went to. I don't know, probably I guess it was about a month ago now, with Mike Golick, and found a bunch of stuff in I'm guessing his daughter's room. We're not really sure. And a bunch of Cricut stuff. We got it pretty cheap. I think I ended up paying $2 for this. It was priced originally at $8, but we were there at the end of the day. So that's Patrick's advice for estate sales. Go late. Sometimes you're going to get nothing when you do that, right? If you are there right when they open, you can get some fantastic stuff. At least in Connecticut, what I've seen is if you're there right when they open, you're going to be paying retail price for everything. And that's not what I want to pay. I don't want to like paying retail, but I know if I go after lunch, especially if there's not another day of the sale ahead of it, you're going to get great deals. And especially if you buy a lot of stuff, they're going to be more willing to negotiate with you. So that's what we did. Went after lunch, negotiated, $2, sold it for $15 plus shipping, right? So that's even better. All right, item number 12, another video game, right? I think you guys are gonna see a trend that video games with garage sales now being open. I'll be selling a lot of video games because they sell well, and I love to buy them. Uh, I don't know if you guys watch my live garage sale videos. You'll see that my trick is just ask. Be like, there's video game stuff, or kids who are maybe teenagers. Ask them, do you have any video games you're interested in selling? Oh, no, I'm still playing all of them. Oh, maybe something older, something that you're not playing anymore. And you see them do the head tilt of, maybe I do. So that's my tip there for how do you get them to bring out the video games. Doesn't always work, and sometimes even when they bring them out, they want a lot of money for them, but you guys can see the proof's in the pudding. Here's one of the games that I didn't actually ask this one, so not a good example at all, actually. This one I was in the right place at the right time for, and got it for, I think I bought the entire lot for $100. This game was in there along with a couple other things we're going to go through today because a lot of it's sold already. But $30. And I signed a price of $5 on this, right? Because I bought the whole lot. So I really don't have an individual price on it. So $5 into 30, easy one, especially for a video game. All right. As I mentioned, there was other stuff in this lot. This is one of them. This is a Nintendo NES Classic, Nintendo Entertainment System, NES. Right, it's got 30 preloaded games, I think, on this thing. Actually, you know what, you guys? This one was mine. I had bought this brand new when they first came out. I thought it was really cool. The one that I got at that tag sale had more games on it. They had hacked it a little bit. They added another probably 90 extra games on there. So I kept it. I'm not selling that one because there's more games on it. It's going to be fun. I'm about to have a son, so I'm going to keep this. Maybe in a few years, him and I will be playing games on the system together. That's the dream anyway. And I sold the one that was mine that had just the factory install. But I got my asking price on it, $75. And I assigned a cost of it of $13 because I switched the price for the one that was actually mine. So just a kind of funny little anecdote there, but easy flip, right? Video games. It's gonna be a thing. This next item here, item number 14. This is from probably one of my last thrifting trips of the winter season. Right, where we were going every Saturday, going thrifting at least 2 thrift stores, maybe more. Got this at a Goodwill, probably at around lunchtime. And maybe it was even after lunch. It actually had coffee inside of it, which is why I think it probably had been left there. People weren't willing to put the work in. And I was like, this is going to be a pretty easy little thing to clean up. Dump the coffee out and then boom, put it up on eBay. $25. The hard part with this stuff that I found, at least, is the shipping. Glass stuff just has been breaking a lot when I've shipped it. So I'm starting to rethink how I ship them. So what I did with this is I wrapped it in bubble wrap and I put it into a box that is measured 6 by 6 by 6 inches, which I've got a stack of those, right? I buy a bunch of boxes that are all the same size, so I just have a pile of standard size boxes that I can use. And then what I wanted to do is take that 6 by 6 box and put it into an 8 by 8 by 8, so I had an inch of clearance all the way around it. I didn't have any 8 by 8 boxes, so I ended up having to go up another size into the 16 by 12 by 8, which was way too big. And I think I ended up having to pay a couple extra dollars in shipping, which that was fine. But I want this thing to get there. So this is what people in the reseller community are calling double boxing, where you wrap the glass thing inside a box and then you wrap that again inside of another box, so that there's 2 layers of protection. And people seem to have really good experiences with this, so I'm going to start experimenting with it as well. It adds a little bit extra weight, a little bit extra cost into the shipping, right? Because you got to have 2 boxes, you got to have extra packing materials. But I think if you're shipping some of these more fragile type things, which I'm trying to do with some of the kitchen stuff I'm experimenting with, it's gonna be the way it is. Like, just you've got to just deal with it. So I was into this for $6 and sold it for $25. So pretty easy little one there as well. All right, the next one, we're gonna do 2 of these in a row. So here's the first one. You can see it's a lot of 10 Nintendo games, classic Nintendo games. And then here's the next one, another lot of 10 Nintendo games. Basically, I received an offer of $30 on the first lot, and I counteroffered with $40, which, right, common practice there. Meet me in the middle kind of thing. I had them listed at 50. They offered 30. I'm like, let's meet in the middle at 40. And they counteroffered and they said, what if I buy both of the lots you have for sale for $75 total? And I was like, only another $5 less than what I would have asked for both lots? Like, done. Easy. Because I can then combine them into one lot. And I even suggested that to him. I'm like, I can put this into one box and I'll save you money on shipping as well. And he was excited about that. So we figured it all out. I was able to then invoice him for the total amount of $75. I think it was only $11 for shipping. He was excited about that. So originally, right, if I had sold these individually, these games, I would have only got $19 for the first lot and $28 for the second lot. They just aren't worth a ton of money by themselves. But if you go to like a flea market, you go to a lot of those types of places, they're charging $5 a game. So people are kind of getting used to paying a little bit more per game, especially when you can save a little bit of money on shipping. So it's going to end up being, what's that? It's like if they paid $75, it'd be like $86 for 20 games. So like really reasonable price there. It's in that $4 range. So that's kind of my logic for where it goes. The first lot I was into for $8 and the second lot I was into for $12. So it would have been $20 and I turned it into $75. Video games, man. I don't think I'm telling any of you guys anything new with the video game stuff. Maybe though. There's the people are learning all the time, so maybe you didn't even know about video games. But yeah, that would have probably been my whole business. My first couple of years doing eBay was just video games, and now everybody kind of just knows about them, so it's harder and harder to get them. But I'm still apparently getting a lot of them. These Nintendo games were in my storage unit for a couple of years, and I was like, what? I'm trying to put bundles together. Why am I doing this to myself? Let's just put them up for sale at untested, uncleaned, put them up at $5 each and take the best offer, which is what I've done. And it's worked really well. I've cleaned out a lot of my old back stock out of my storage unit, which is going to be good because now I can clean out the e-baby room. Yeah, it's partial baby room, partial eBay room. Hopefully going forward, we're going to see. This may be my last week with my table here, so you may see me in a new location filming next week. We'll see. All right, item number 17. Microsoft Encarta Encyclopedia on I think DVD or CD. I'm not sure which this is. I don't even remember where I got this from, but I think maybe from a Goodwill, maybe early winter, something like that. And looks like I paid $2.99 for this, and I thought it might be a slow seller, but I took a risk on it, and I put it up at $20 with free shipping, and it sat and sat and sat. But it did finally sell. And you know what, guys? I forgot to do this at the beginning, but we'll do it now. This is
Amber's weird sale of the week.
Amber thought it was really, really kind of random that this thing sold, but it did sell and made a little bit of money off of it. All right, the next two from that same sale last weekend where I bought all those video games that we've been talking about. I also bought a Ninja coffee bar. So let's see here. I sold this water reservoir, put that up really quick. And then the next item, which is the Ninja coffee filter, which goes into like the coffee filter holder, right? It's reusable. So I got both of these together with that same system. Each of them cost me I signed at a cost of $1.22 and sold them each for $7 plus shipping. So super easy there. I like these Ninja coffee things. I'll probably continue to buy them, but I still have to deal with the base. And I don't know that I want to just throw the base away. I think I can sell the base by itself, but that's much bigger. So we'll see, you guys. Maybe I won't be buying these in the future. We'll just kind of see how the summer goes. All right, item number 20. More video games. This is from Sega Genesis. I'm not really sure where I got all of these. I'm pretty sure I got them like onesie twosies at different places, and I just sold the ones that were worth money by themselves, and then created a bundle of the last couple here. So I was asking $15. It was up for sale for a couple of months, and I got a best offer of $10, which I took. I was into this for 75 cents. So easy. Oh, editing Patrick here, and I discovered after I had finished filming this that I forgot one item. So put that up really quickly. This is a Sony VHS, mini VHS camcorder, and it had been for sale actually for like probably 4 to 6 months, and I priced it pretty high, thinking that's really what I should be shooting for. It did finally sell. I had it listed, I think, for one point for like $130, and when it sold, I had it listed for 110. I got an offer for 100, and I was like, let's just do this. Wasn't into it for very much, so it's going to be about an $85 in profit on there. I think I was into it for about 10, and then I bought a charger for it for about 5. So very good. Sorry for this interruption. We'll get back to the main event. All right, item number 21. This is actually, like, again, another less than a week old item. Got this last weekend at garage sales for $3, and I put it up for $40. Actually, I listed it for $60 with free shipping, and there was no views. Like, nobody's looking at this thing, and I knew I overpriced it. So I lowered it down. I originally thought I could get 30. I lowered it to 40 with free shipping, and I thought I'd leave it up maybe at that price for about a week. And sure enough, over the weekend it sold for my asking price. So $3, sold it for $40 with free shipping, which is going to be about $36. So I love new items. You gotta love them. All right, item number 22. This is an AT&T like desk phone basically, with it's corded, right? It's not even cordless. And I had got this at Savers a while back. I think at the same time I bought a whole bunch of office phones, and so I was into this for $3.99 plus tax, right? But the I thought I could maybe get $50 for it, and it sat and it sat and it sat. Don't know why it didn't sell. Like, it seemed like other comps were selling for that much, but that's okay. I was into it for $3.99, and I ended up selling it for. I took a best offer of $25. I think at the time I had it priced at 40, and it just wasn't selling. So I was like, I'm just gonna take this best offer and get it out of the house. I'm definitely gonna make money on it, so like not too hard. Again, brand new item, so really easy to sell. All right, 2 items to go. You may have noticed the sale of the week hasn't come up yet, so item number 23. This is that same lot of video games that I bought for $100. This is from a Sega Dreamcast. It's a little memory unit is all it is. I replaced the batteries, right? I have a whole drawer full of batteries that are common size batteries. And I just replace them on this type of stuff, and then it has new batteries when it sells. And I put that a lot of times in my item descriptions, like brand new batteries installed. It helps the sell-through rate a little bit, and the batteries are super cheap. Usually you can get 10 to 20 of these for like $5, so not really a ton of sunk cost into it. I think I listed this for $24 with free shipping, so it's going to end up selling for 20. I assigned a cost of $3.50 on it, so really, really easy one there. All right, last item, and then we'll do a summary. Uh, Super Nintendo Classic, very same story as the NES Classic. It's from that same lot. I listed it for $125 plus shipping, which is what I ended up getting, and I assigned a cost of it of $21. So great, great sale. I love anything that sells over $100. It makes me feel like I know what I'm doing. But that is it for sales this week. Feel free to stick around. We'll do our summary, or if not, thank you for watching. But again, we sold $650 worth of stuff this week. My initial valuation on it was $600. So I actually did better than my initial valuation this week, which is kind of surprising. Usually I'm almost spot on. And then cost of goods sold was $145. So a little bit higher. I'm not really sure. Probably because of I don't know why. That does seem a little bit high. Let's see what else here is pretty interesting. I listed 22 items last week. I didn't end up doing any on Friday. I did a couple Saturday morning before we left. Just I had a little extra time. And let's see what else. Fees, I estimate about $100 in fees on this $650 in sales. And let's see. I spent 7 hours out doing sourcing last week, and that includes going to Savers on Thursday night. And then I did about 4.5 hours worth of listing, and I spent about an hour doing shipping. So not a ton of shipping, actually. About an hour doing research as well. I try to do all of my accounting. Like I'll write down everything that we purchased, find out how much it's worth, and then file it away into my different workbooks so that I know where everything is. And I call that research. So total time spent last week was about 14 hours. And after fees, after everything, all the cost of goods sold, it's going to net me $30 an hour out of all that. So, like $30 for 14 hours, like that's a pretty good paycheck actually. And I love doing this, so it's lots of fun. So that's going to do it. That's the summary this week, you guys. I just banged the computer. I'm sorry. That is going to do it. So thank you very much for watching. Smash that like button, right? If you like to do that kind of thing. If you haven't subscribed, feel free to do so. If you don't want to subscribe and you just like watching, thank you for watching. Once again, my name is Patrick, and thank you very much.